Okay, so this is Godzilla, or Mecha Godzilla, the giant Mecha Godzilla. Now, he has a lot more detail, and also he has articulation in the hands. You've got a little bit of articulation at the very base of his tail here. The tail is on a ball joint. You don't have as much articulation like in the legs. He's just stand up. His mouth doesn't open, or I mean, his mouth is open, but it doesn't close. But you do have this here. The detail on this guy is fantastic. And so if we bring it in closer, you can really see the detail here on this guy. And I'm going to tell you, each row of the outward spines is painted in silver. So you can really tell here, the way this thing curves. The detail is much more prominent on this figure, and he actually stands upright a little bit better than the 6-inch. So, and if we turn around, then we can get a better side view here, you know, and everything too. So, now the metal part here is a bit twisted. I mean, like I said, it's twisted off to the side here. But the detail on the giant figure is a lot more, and actually does heck of a lot more justice to the big guy than his little counterpart. Now, let's put them side by side, and we'll go over some things here. Let me get the little guy set up here, and we'll do that. The screen's gonna go black for a few minutes, so just bear with me. Okay, now back again. Okay. Now, as you can see, here are the two guys side by side. You can see there's a little bit of detail. There is more on the bigger figure, and like I said, he's more posable. Your hands here do not close. You have where his mouth closes, but the little guy is more susceptible to falling down and not staying nearly as upright as the big gentleman here. What you don't get is you don't get the outer rows of spines painted silver, which I wish they would have done. It would have been very, very nice. The head is a little bit more detailed on the giant figure, whereas it's not as quite as detailed on the 6-inch. So the giant figure is actually very pricier. You are limited in a lot of the articulation on the giant figure, whereas you got more on the smaller guy. But what you lost was the flexibility of the claw hands, which would have been a nice improvement on the smaller deal. Over and all, I think that they did an excellent job on both of these figures. And like I said, with my giant Kong, and my dad got me a giant Godzilla. Now it's not the Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. It's an older Godzilla figure, but I figured that with those guys, I can have a good royal battle now with a giant Mecha G. So, yeah, kudos to me. I finally got one, so I am so happy.